name is Lissalyn Loring, and I'm from the Blackfeet Indian Reservation in Montana.
Yeah, would you like to tell me a little bit about yourself?
About myself, let's see.
Even how you came to Portland from
Well,
Montana?
yeah, let's see. When I was younger, I think about 20 years ago, my mom has been back and forth from Portland to, well, she's moved from Montana to here. And I was back and forth from our reservation to here and just ended up coming back to live.
Cool.
Yeah, I had to get away from the, it's the same thing, different day on the reservation sometimes. And it's only been getting worse. So I wanted my kids to be able to come here and kind of expand themselves. Yeah.
So I know what you mean by same thing, but maybe our audience could use a little more insight. Would you like to expand?
Yes, a few years back, I was about 27. I started getting into meth, doing meth, hanging out with the crazy crowd, and my kids, my older two, was kind of in and out. You know what I mean? Like the same thing I kind of went through, but with they were on alcohol, and I just skip that step. You know what I mean? Like, and what I did is I start looking at my kids more and like, okay, I got to get away from this life. And it was like 2 years after I started, I was like, okay, I'm done. And I ended up having 3 more kids after that, and just wanted to get away from the reservation.
Talk about res life.
No, right? I like to explain it as kind of like you said, the poverty. There's a lot of poverty there. You have I wouldn't say there's any high class living. We have mid class living. Yes, there's people that do very well on the reservation, but we also have, how can I explain? My family was one of the middle class type, but we had a lot of alcoholism. So it didn't really seem that way because you had people drinking all the time. I've seen people, frozen from alcohol, trying to walk, trying to, get to their next drink. I've seen, there's so much rapes and murders and just a lot of things unsolved there because in my beliefs, that's where we were left. That's what was supposed to happen. In Montana, there's still a lot of racism. There's a lot there. Like, we can't even go certain places, basketball teams, and they're getting called, prairie nigger. They're getting called just all these horrible names. And that's why, the reservation, they look at it as, oh yes, they're going to let them do away. Let's get rid of the natives and let's take it all, basically.
Yeah. So do you want to, if you can, like, let's describe more like what that means to do away with it all, to eradicate our people.
Yes, well, the way I look at it is, with this missing and murdered movement, missing and murdered Indigenous, women, men, everything is, you have people from the outside coming in because they know they can get away with it because we don't have the resources, we're not given the resources, or you have your own law enforcement coming in and they get too comfortable. That's where our biggest fight is with them getting comfortable, or the outsiders coming in and bringing in the meth, bringing in heroin, and it's not even really stopped. I mean, they don't tell they don't tell the dealers anything. We were supposed to have a law where all dealers get floated off the reservation, but family and comfortable, let's let them stay.
Yeah.
And, sometimes I look at it as, I don't know how to explain this. Kind of like, does the government care? You know what I mean? Like, okay, there's one less to worry about. More land. Let's just get rid of all of them. Let's let them kill each other off, or, oh, that guy went in, the white guy went in and killed somebody. Well, we can't charge him because we're only misdemeanors on the reservation. It has to be someone from the outside, different police, like 2 hours away off the reservation. You have non-natives charging them with a simple assault. when it's a murder on our reservation. So that's what I mean by they're letting ourselves do away with each other or letting somebody else come in and they get a slap on the wrist. Okay, so our reservations, good or bad? I have to say that I miss my reservation. I love my hometown. You know, when I was younger, to be honest, you really, when the lights went out, the curfew bell rang, you got your butt home. That's what I miss about it. I miss that lifestyle. Now that I got older and even took part in some of the drug use, whatever, growing up, it's become bad because I've seen how bad I got there. So I think it just depends on yourself, on how you look at it. Some say they're stuck there. Nobody's stuck someplace. I think that the reservation can be good. Right now, I don't think it's to its fullest. We come from a beautiful reservation. We have tourists 24/7 there. But for us, ourselves, I think right now it's bad because of drugs, alcohol. It's bad with this missing and murdered. It's bad because people are getting away with everything, anything. The good parts is it's home. And that's where I hope it gets back to. I hope we can stop all this.